How's it going, everybody? Right now, I want to share my dream that I had 3 to 4 days ago, which it was around the weekend, last weekend, and it's about the alien Nephilim encounter in a mall in Miami. So I decided to share it because to this day, there's still people sharing about it, their points of view. So I want to share my dream. And before I begin, half of the time where my dreams birth, like how do they create, it's because I've been seeing something. So around that weekend, it was maybe Thursday or Friday. Just want to let you know that half of the time, that's how I dream. I first see it, then I dream about it after it. But it doesn't happen all the time, especially in big events or, it happens half of the time. It's not all the time that I have it. So in this dream, it was just like in the news, like how everybody were sharing all these videos about a whole bunch of police cars surrounding the mall or just hanging along the street. And I was having a drone image. Once again, I was having I was kind of like, it looked like I was seeing all this from a drone, so people couldn't see me. Things were happening, but people couldn't see me. It was kind of like God was panning me a view of what was happening in that moment. So as we were getting closer, we went, like the spirit took me to a neighborhood nearby, maybe like a neighborhood by that mall, and everything just switched to that neighborhood. I went from bird's eye view to all the way down to street view. And then I saw a man, a white American. He had probably a stroller, if I'm right. He was pushing a stroller, and he had another kid, two to three kids in total. One is in the stroller, and then another one, he was walking around beside him or in front of him. You know how kids are. They walk kind of crazy. They go up, down, left, right, everywhere. So he had him. I think he had a little string attached to him too, so he won't go too far. And these kids, they were like below 5 years old. So this was around nighttime. So this was the guy was walking as the incident was happening over there. As you see in all these cops over there. So as this camera view of this guy, I was looking that he was just walking along the street at nighttime. He was heading to his home. It was a one-story home, and then suddenly, like, something made me see on the left side, and then there was somebody just riding the bike, and it was an alien. It was actually an alien. So he was riding a bike super fast, like along the sidewalk. And then he goes over the street, and mind you, the guy that was walking, he still hasn't seen it. I was looking at all this, so it was kind of like I was looking at everything. They couldn't see me. Like, it's like God was giving me this panorama view. So when he crosses the street, he gets off of the bike, and then he gets in front of his house because he was already the guy with the kids, he was already turning into his house, just about to enter the front of his sidewalk. But the alien gets in front of him, and I see him. He was really tall. He gets in front of him, like, kind of to let him know that he's not gonna pass from here. So he blocks his way, and he almost make this intimidating look. Not only look, but disposure. Like, he wanted to get the children. He wanted to get his daughter or son. It was like a small kid. It was like about 3 to 2 years old, somewhere around there. Just running around. And he was the alien was aiming for the children. And then I hear a loud voice in the background saying, "Stop!" or "Hey, halt!" or whatever, and then I look around, and it was a whole bunch of cops. These all these cops that were lined up, just imagine all of them just appeared behind him. So the guy, oh, by the way, I didn't mention the guy, this American dude, he was just he was astonished. He was astonished. He was like, when he saw him, that's when I heard the cop's voice saying, "Hey, you, put your hands up," or something like that. He screamed something loud, and then out of nowhere, they started shooting the alien like 10 times. They go ta 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 ta. It was so many. Everybody was shooting their guns at the alien, and then the alien he fell down flat on his back, because of all that, all that power that was going, the bullets. He slammed his back and in the on the floor, and he was still kind of moving too. He was like like that, he was feeling the pain, and I can see his hands were pretty long too. His hands were like, how some women wear like these extra long fake nails. So it was kind of like that, but it was not nails. It was like his actually long fingers. He had long fingers. And and by the way, one more thing, his height was compared, because I saw his house was a small one-story house, maybe about 2,000 feet, square feet, at most, maybe 1,500 square feet. That was the guy's home, right? But when I saw the alien standing in front of his house, in front of his door, his porch, right? So if you imagine a 2-story house, like a regular 2-story house, I'll probably put a picture here in front of you guys. A regular 2-story house in the U.S. His head can actually look through the window on the second floor. So that's kind of the height. I'm not sure if that's 10 feet. I think that's way past 10 feet, maybe. I think that's 12 feet at least. But he was pretty tall. So the head of this alien could actually see straight through the window of a second floor house. Not at the ceiling of the second floor, but at the window, the window of the second floor of a house. Of a typical house in the U.S. So anyway, so that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to share that, and that's it. That's how the dream ended. He was laying down. He was practically dying, but he took all those bullets, and he was still kind of like, so it kind of lets you know how strong these creatures are, and you already know these things are demonic. And we know that in the Christian community, we know all this. So always stay prayed up wherever you go. At this point in time, you don't know what will happen. You don't know what will happen in the future. So, and God bless all you guys, okay? That was it. I just wanted to share my dream, okay? So if you'd like to share, a feedback or what you think about this whole situation, go ahead and feel free. And by the way, those pictures that I uploaded about the alien, one of them, the brown one, the alien was colored brown. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that. The alien is colored brown. And his face is kind of like, it was triangular, kind of like an ant. It almost looked like an ant, but his eyes were more oval. Kind of like a typical alien, I guess, that the one you'll imagine, right? The one you'll picture. But one of them is AI generated. I'm gonna bring it back to the screen, and so that's how it kind of looked like. His head is like a downward triangle. So just to let you know how he kind of looked like in my dream. Pretty tall guy. So anyway, God bless you all, guys, and take care. Stay prayed up always.